Yo everybody, welcome back. Monday to 6 here with the 2002 Honda Magna. Where we left off, we're getting ready to do this carb rebuild kit here. Took some of the bowls off, looked in there, a little bit gummed up. Just want to make sure everything's nice and clean. Want to make sure, nothing's gummed up in there since this bike's been sitting for a while. Just want to take apart the bowls. We're going to clean all the parts on the inside. We're going to reassemble it, and we're going to put this bike back together. Went ahead and got some new fuel line there for the fuel tank. Went ahead and got the filter for the petcock. Couple clamps, gaskets. There's the rebuild kit, and that's the carb cleaner kit. But yeah, we'll get into it here, and we'll get this thing cleaned up, and we're gonna put it back together and hopefully get it running. Okay, here we go. We got the carbs on the bench. Gonna start taking the bowls off. If you want to, you can go ahead and clean yours up. This one's a little dirty, so I think I'm going to clean it up before I take any of these bowls off, just so I don't contaminate anything. Just use a mild degreaser, a little bit of brake parts cleaner. Just be careful with any of the rubber pieces on here. But yeah, if you just want to clean yours up, you can. But let me go ahead and just clean this up, and then I'll get ready to take these bowls off. Okay, went ahead and cleaned up the outside of the carburetors and a lot of the area over here. Did a pretty good job cleaning a lot of that off. So we're going to go ahead and remove these bowls here. Each bowl, I believe, has 3 screws. 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to go ahead and remove them, and we'll get to cleaning the insides of the carbs here. Pulled the bowl off here, and as you can see, I believe I showed this in the last video, you can see just that old gas is sitting in the bottom of the float here. All your needles and everything will probably have the same issue. So we're just going to go in here, we're going to get all this clean, take it apart, take everything off, reassemble it. Let's do this for the remaining 3. Okay, we got the bowls off. As you can see, they're pretty nasty in there. Just have a lot of that old fuel. You can see that old fuel sitting on top of those jets there. How are these floats looking? Oh, look at this one. Good. 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 This may have been where the stuck float was. Look at that. Alright, we'll take a look at that. This looks like the problematic one right here. All you have to do is slide this pin out. Might take a little bit to get it out. Definitely going to need something to put in this side here. Let's see. Alright, let's keep that there. Might need like a pair of pliers. Alright. Just be gentle on it. There we go. Got the pin out. Set that down. Get this float out. Float with this needle should come out is one. There it is. Needle should be in there. Let's see if this needle is good and springing back. Let's check it out. Alright, so I got the needle out here. Check this out. It won't spring. Right here, this was giving me the problem with the floats. It wouldn't return like that. So if this doesn't work, essentially it's going to hold your float open and flood your bowl. So let's go ahead and try to fix this. I got a little bowl here. Got some of my sea foam. This should help free up that plunger. So just going to put that in there and let it soak for a little bit. Alright, just for comparison here, I went ahead and took the other float with the needle out. Let's see if this one works. Yep. Works how it should. So, this carb rebuild kit I got off Amazon. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to end up returning it. Everybody was saying the ball rebuild kit is much better than this. I think it's like 90 bucks. Alright, next we're going to take out this, I believe it's a pilot jet here. So you can just go ahead and loosen that up. Take this out for all 4 of them. See if we can see through it. Yep, this one we can see through, but we're going to go ahead and we'll clean it. So let's go ahead and Went ahead and loosened these ones already. See if we can see through it. It looks a little dirty. You can see a little something in there. That's why we're taking it apart and cleaning this. Let's go ahead. Let's see if we can see through this one. Look at that. Dirty. Pilot jets. Let's see this one. Wow, you can't even see through that one at all. So just cleaning these carbs is gonna help bring it back to life. Look at that. Alright, let's put these into some of the seafoam solution here and get them soaking. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and remove these right here. Just went ahead and loosen them up. Going to see that these need to be cleaned as well. Just have that old gas. You can see through it, but maybe some of these holes are clogged right here. Just going to put this in the solution as well. Take these out. Got them soaking. Alright, next we're going to take these jets out here. Just grab a flat screwdriver counterclockwise. Should be able to get them out. You see these are dirty as well. We'll just take these out and soak them in the solution. Alright, while you got everything soaking in there, just take some of the seafoam. We'll just pour it where we took those jets out. Just fill them up. This will do a good job in cleaning everything. Pour some in the little float there. And this should do a good job of cleaning everything in here. Alright, let's pour some in this gas intake. See what it does. Get this up a little bit more. There you go, you can see it's coming out of there. That's what we want. Along with these bowls, we can take some of the seafoam in here, give it a good soak. Perfect. We'll just let everything soak. Get nice and clean. Alright, since we got some of that PB Blaster in there, I'd like to come in here and clean these needle seats. See if there's any dirt, if there's anything in the way. That'll stop that needle from seating and potentially flood out your carburetor. So this is always good. Alright, next I'm going to grab my air compressor and I'm going to blow in the fuel line here. Let's get all this, if there's any old fuel in here, and then we'll clean these out. We'll just blow a little bit of compressed air in there, make sure everything's nice and clean. Alright, come in here. Okay, we were able to get all four of these plungers here working good. Just let it soak for a little bit, keep working it back and forth. Yeah, got all these needles right here working good. Alright, these have been soaking in here long enough to break apart all that old gas. We're going to take each individual one of these out and we're just going to clean them. We're going to brush them. We're going to put our little cleaner right there inside those little jets, and we're just going to get everything nice and clean, and then we'll blow it out with the air. We're just going to take this brush here. Hard to do with one hand. I'm just going to take this brush here. Going to make sure the inside's cleaned really good, and make sure we can see through each one of those little holes on these. You can just see all the sediment in the bottom of that, just from letting those parts soak. But we're able to see through each one of these pilots. We're able to see all the way through here and the side. And these guys right here. See all the way through it. And when you turn it, everything's clear. So just soak them really good, blow them out with the air compressor if you have to. You know, use a couple brushes if they're really gummed up. But this kind of turned into a carburetor rebuild into just a carburetor cleaning. I kind of known getting into this that this bike sat for extended period of time, and the you know, the fuel just gummed everything up. So essentially a carburetor cleaning can just remedy the issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and we got everything working good. Got all the plungers working, got everything cleaned. Got to clean out these bowls still, but I'm just gonna clean up everything really good and put everything back in order. All right, I got everything put back together minus the bowls here on the bottom, but you can see we got all these springing right, looking good. Everything reassembled and cleaned. Just gonna put the bottom of the bowls back on. This carburetor should be ready to go. Right, carburetor is all put back together and looking good. All right, next thing I want to do is put this mesh screen in the gas tank. I went ahead and bought this whole kit from Honda. So if you want to make sure that, you know, the filter inside your gas tank's new, since I got the carburetors rebuilt and I have some new fuel line, just want to make sure it's getting good, clean, fresh gas. So let's go ahead and get the gas tank over here. I'm going to empty the gas and then I'm going to take the assembly part and we're going to put this new mesh screen in. Okay, here I got the gas tank flipped upside down. This is where I'll be putting the new screen. So go ahead and just grab yourself a big crescent wrench and just loosen that nut that's there. Let's take it all the way off. Once we got this removed, you can see here's the old plastic screen right here. So let's just take a pair of pliers and grab this out. This is probably original. Look at it. Looks orange. Let's go ahead and take it out. All right, here's a side by side. Here's the old one. And here's the new one. Okay, getting ready to put this new mesh screen filter in here. Perfect. Okay, we got the petcock reassembled. Just go ahead and tighten that up with your crescent wrench. Also wanted to show you the gasoline that came out of that tank. It is brown. I know it's supposed to be more clear than that, but you can tell just how old that gas is just by the color. But just wanted to show you that was the color in the gas tank. So make sure to drain that out. Okay, now time to start the reassembly process. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put everything back in order as we took it off. May not cover all the steps here, but if you watch the first video on how to remove the gas tank and the carburetors, that'll show you how to do it. But at this stage right here, we're just going to be reassembling it. Not sure if I showed you, this was my new fuel line here. In the previous video it showed it had a huge like pinhole right here in the fuel line and it was just leaking everywhere. So just trying to fix all the fuel issues and just get this bike put back together. So let's go ahead and get this back together.